Good morning. Welcome to Sending Ravens. Hope everybody had a great day yesterday. Let's see what we got. I got my coffee all ready and I'm gonna need it today. Had a big weekend. Big long weekend here in Canada. Let's see what we got today. Ooh. Magician. I want to just zoom in on that magician. So the magician's interesting because he's the beginning of consciousness, apparently. So major arcana, the number 1. So he's just a human who just woke up and remembered that they're a soul living in a body. They just remembered they have all the tools here on the earth plane. They have a pentacle. You remember the fool with the sack? Okay, this was what was in his sack. He opened his sack and he became the magician, okay? So he's got a pentacle. He's got a cup, so water. He's got the element of water he can draw from. He can physically manifest. He can speak and think. That's his sword. And he's got a wand. So he can create magic with energy. So libido, so sexual energy, but also get up and go energy, like Mars force energy, to get up and actually do motivating life force energy. Okay, so way more than just the one way to use it, right? The fire energy, just what gets us up and going. He's got all of that at his disposal, and he can use it all to create his life, right? All those energies, including the emotional element with the cup. Okay, so it's saying we got up and either we need to remember we're magic and we have all those elements and we have all those things at our disposal, or we feel like this, okay? Sometimes I even make this stance, and I'm sure my neighbors think I'm weird, right? I stand on my balcony, I'll make that stance. I got one arm in the air. He's got his wand in the air and he's channeling energy. So he's channeling all his creative, invented ideas. He channels to the earth plane and they become manifest, they become real. Okay, so here we have in the past. So maybe you've been working on something you want to create and manifest it as a real thing here on the earth plane. It's been kind of slow because this card says you've been working on it and maybe it just wasn't the right season to do it in the past, right? Because this card's about patience and perseverance, but you have everything it takes to make that a successful venture. You have, it's literally up to you. This is a crossroads card. You could even go big on that with that crossroads card. So I think the season for it wasn't in the past, and that's why it hasn't been manifested yet, this idea. But it could be now, because this feels like you're at a crossroads where you could make this thing real that you've been imagining, thinking about, or this part of yourself. You can put it into action now. This idea you have, right? Now we've got this, but you're not, still, there's a short wait. Oh, wait, right? It's almost like you have to decide to step off or to step into doing it here. It almost looks like you have a choice. The timing's good. You've put in the work. Things are ready to go. You have all the tools. You're just sitting on the fence, literally sitting on the fence. And boom, maybe it's because you're too busy. Maybe you've got a lot of other things on the go. But now this card could literally mean abracadabra. I love this card. Okay, it's temperance. And some decks, well, the Thoth deck, when you look closely at the Thoth deck, it literally says over the temperance card, abracadabra, which makes sense to me. So the temperance is when everything just comes together and it all works out. So this feels like your wait was wise and you're going to really step out with this thing you're trying to do here, this new part of yourself, just in the perfect timing. Look at these cards, they're incredible down here. So we've got The King of Wands, he likes to show off, or he's showy, or he's showing a new element of himself with integrity and a lot of showmanship with that card. It's a great sense of humor and in the public eye, really, really charismatically. Okay, and the Three of Pentacles, you have everything and it'll all just come together in perfect timing. That's what that looks like. Wow. That's some good news after, remember last week, towards the end of the week, we had a couple of tough ones. They were hard to read. It was like, oh my goodness. Anyway, things are looking up. And I hope you all have a great week. And yeah, rest of your week. Send in your ravens. Oh, there was Betty. Can you hear her? Yeah, she agrees.